Can We Trust Big Data by Benjamin Adair. Little introduction. Today we're going to go over business benefits from big data, how organizations were improved by big data, how organizations were not improved, some of the limitations of big data, and whether or not all organizations should use big data. What benefits did the companies and services described in this case achieve by analyzing and using big data? Big data allowed Spotify to make their services more personal. It allows individuals to create playlists and find new music based on some of the other stuff they've listened to, whether it's a podcast or a song. Skyscanner makes planning your trips easier. It gives the user access to different flights and different hotels that are going to be in the place that they're going, and it allows pharmaceutical companies to better predict the demand for their products. Identify two decisions at the organizations described in this case that were improved by using big data. Spotify was able to make their service more personal, giving customers more options and allowing them to find more music that they normally wouldn't otherwise be able to find. Allowing companies to make more educated predictions on sales, like pharmaceutical companies, when it comes to selling like aspirin, they sell more like right after New Year's Eve because a lot of people have hangovers and they need to buy aspirin. Identify two decisions that were not improved by big data. New York Mellon used Hadoop to locate glitches in their trading system. This was great except for the fact that when too many people logged on to see it just didn't work. And Google, in 2013, Google overpredicted the amount of cases of flu. They predicted that 11% of Americans had the flu, when actually only about 6% of them had it. Listen describe the limitations to using big data. Data is not useful if you do not know what you're looking at. You can have all the data in the world and collect thousands of different things, but it's all completely useless if you don't know what you're looking at and how it will help benefit your company. You can overpredict, like when Google overpredicted the amount of cases of flu, and systems not working because too many people are using it at once, like the case with the bank where everybody was trying to use it at once and it just didn't work because it had too many users trying to use it at once. Should all organizations try to analyze big data? Why or why not? All organizations should try to analyze big data. All organizations have the potential to benefit from big data. A lot can be learned about their customers and their demand and what they're looking for. Organizations just have to know what to look for and how it'll affect. What people, organizations, and technology issues should be addressed before a company decides to work with big data. They need to understand how big data will affect the decisions that they're making, what goods or services are being produced by an organization, and the limits to the technology being used. A summary: companies can make their products or services more personal, making it better for the user. Better predictions can be made. Data is useless if you do not know what it means, and all organizations can benefit from big data as long as they use it properly. A couple current events. Big data makes it easier for people to make predictions about the NFL, whether it's who's going to win or who's going to lose. And big data makes it easier for companies like Disney to advertise. If they have long-time customers that like a certain type of Disney-themed movie or product, then they can advertise that product specifically to them. And if they know that they don't like a certain Disney movie, like if they really don't like the movie Dumbo, then they know that it's a waste of their time and money to advertise any Dumbo products to them. First question I came up with was, how does big data play a role in the NFL? It makes it easier for people to predict winning teams, whether it's somebody who's placing bets on football or if it's just the announcers. Affects individuals' decisions when picking their fantasy teams. If you play fantasy football, before you pick your players, you can see all of the data on them from all past seasons and the predictions that what's predicted of them throughout the season, like how many points they're gonna earn per game, and allows advertisers to advertise products directly towards people that also like football. Like a lot of times when somebody watches football, they're eating pizza and drinking beer and eating wings, which is why you see a lot of pizza, beer, and wing commercials while you're watching football. Second question, how does big data affect Netflix? Gives recommendations to the users based on the shows that they have watched in the past. Allows users to pick up where they left off in a show. Like you can watch all of Friends, and you can watch a couple episodes of Friends, and then you can stop in the middle of an episode and you can go back to it and pick up exactly where you left off. And they can advertise to prospective users, potential users that like many of the shows that are on Netflix. They can advertise to them and be like, hey, we have these shows, you should come check us out, and the resources. Thank you.